Check. 1, 2. In the place to be. What up? In the place to be. Welcome, everybody. Let's get busy. Good evening. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Give me the thumbs up if you can say, yes, we can hear you, coach. We can hear you. I got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Yep, that's Kim in the building. All right, y'all. Hey, can y'all hear me? Give me the thumbs up. Yes, can hear me. Thumbs up. Okay, good. Can y'all hear me? All right. All right, everyone. Here we go. So tonight, I got a good one for you. All right, on TikTok, I need y'all to give me some likes because they say that they can invite people if you give me some likes. I got Instagram over here in the building, TikTok. I got my beloved YouTubers. I love my YouTubers. My Facebook people too. I love all y'all. So look, all right. So tonight, I want to run something by y'all. The other night I did my story. I did this story about how sometimes we just believe. We have to believe in something even when we don't see it. We have to believe in something even when it does not seem as though the thing that we're believing for is going to happen, right? Well, I'm not going to talk about that tonight. That was a good story. But what I am going to talk about is I got to tell y'all something. I wrote it down. I got a conversation from one of my students about one of the communication strategies that she used. And the strategy she used for someone else. She just got out of my 5-day masterclass, communicating to get your needs met. And she literally told me, Coach, this class changed my life. I'm going to show you just how much it changed her life in a second. But before we get there, I'd like to know, number one, what's your name? What's your name and where you're checking in from? Because as always, you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, okay? You're here with the doctor, AKA Coach Ken, AKA the professor, AKA asshole, AKA coach, AKA get on my damn nerves, all of the above, but all of them equal yours truly, my government name, Ken Canion. Now, tell me where you checking in from so I can properly welcome you. We got Tanya from South Korea in the building, or is it Tanya? Tanya from South Korea in the building. Yorks from Miami, Florida in the building. We got Citra. I think it's Citra from Kuwait. Samantha from the UK in the building. We got the foreign contention tonight. Allison from England. We got the foreign contention tonight. My guy Marcus Hood from North Kakalaki. Yes. All right. And see, we got Tasha from Houston, Texas in the building. Teresa, my girl Teresa from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Melanie from Texas. What part of Texas, Melanie? I got Dion from Jamaica. My wife and I went to Jamaica. Amazing. We loved it. KD Trey, McDonald, Georgia. My sister lived in McDonald. Love McDonald. My guy, Big Ponder, lives in McDonald, Georgia. All right, who else? Rico. Oh, okay. Somebody from Washington, D.C. Is that? I'm not sure the name. Please give me your name. I just want to welcome you. We got Royce, east of Dallas, is what somebody just said. Michelle from G Borough, that's my hometown where I am currently. G Borough in the bill. Let's see, Alia, Alia. I just want to make sure I got the name right. Yeah. All right, so tonight. All right, so tonight I want to talk about something. I gotta give y'all. So I wanted to do tonight. A lot of people. So I had a conversation. Took my wife out to dinner, right? And I took my wife out to dinner. And I took my wife out to dinner. So the person who served us, she was very kind, and I asked her a question. And she didn't know I was a relationship coach. She didn't know any of that. But I asked her a question. We went to this restaurant in my area called Harper's. My wife and I just wanted to take her out. All right, but she actually paid, y'all. Oh, I mean, that's unusual. But that was what sparked the conversation. I asked the server, I said, what do you think about this whole thing on social media of 50-50 versus the man paying the majority of the bills? I asked her because she was only 27 years old, and she looked at me and she was like, well, the man he's supposed to be the head of the household, right? And she was like, well, he should pay the bills. I said, okay, you believe that. And I said, all right, you think he should pay the bills? So I asked her a question. I said, this whole argument over 50-50, and I began breaking down to her how the argument was out of context. And she was like, okay, so she started listening. And then I said, you see, the problem with the 50-50 debate is if anybody who's ever been in a marriage, anybody who's ever been in a long-term relationship knows this. They know this. See, we have broken this down into finances. We've broken a relationship down to a minute compartment of it, just finances. And what we do is we say 50-50 based on finances. Well, let me ask you a question. And I asked this young lady, I said, there are times in a relationship when one party has to give more. But what if the party, my wife's and I relationship, I remember when her father passed, she didn't have anything for me. She just said I had to give 90%. She had to give me 10. The 10 that she had, and this was all she had. And I said, what's happened is this argument is skewed because in a relationship, finances are only a small part of it. It really is, y'all. Because what happens is sometimes another party has to give 70%, you give 30 because it's all you got. Sometimes you have to give 60 or 30, whatever it is. I remember when I went, as I told y'all about the story when I was on The Biggest Loser. I didn't have a job for 8 months. I'll never forget it because I had to get my health back, and my wife footed the whole bill, 100%, until I did get a little part-time job with my man. He had a group home, my man, Alan Palmer, and he let me work on weekends. But I was getting my health back, but she footed the whole bill. And so the modern day mindset would be, oh, ain't no way in the hell. But the truth is my wife don't have to work, y'all. She don't have to work. She don't have to lift a finger if she don't want to. You know why? Because I make well over enough to pay all our bills, then some. But the thing is, when I needed her She stepped up. I didn't ask her. She said, you go get your health back, and I got you. I'll never forget this, y'all. I'm going to tell you this story. I remember one day I was thinking about the bills getting paid. I was thinking about making this decision. I was on this reality show called The Biggest Loser. And I was thinking, and one day she got off work, and she was working at UPS at the time. And y'all, that was before we were in the position we're in now. I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. She came, and I was sitting at my desk, and I was studying. I was zoned out, because you know when a man is zoned out, he's really thinking about how I can fix this problem. So I had to fix this problem. I'm thinking, I'm trying to work it out. I didn't want to talk a lot. I didn't want to do much. I just wanted to work on, I got to take care of my family, right? I remember she put an envelope on my desk. I never forget it, y'all. And this envelope had her whole check in it. She hadn't taken one penny out of it. She hadn't taken one dime out of it. The whole check. And so I sat there when I opened it up, and tears just started streaming down my face. And tears started streaming down my face because I was like, here I am. Now think about it, y'all. I had been taking care of my family. I've been doing that. My wife didn't, we were partners, but, I grew up on the ideology that the man pays the bills. I grew up on that ideology. And I still believe that, however, I believe a little bit differently now. And that right there made me. And what happened was, when she did it, I began to look at relationships differently. I begin to understand that relationships are not about 50-50. They're not about 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, or 90-10. Relationships are about partnership. And whatever the partnership needs, each partner has to be willing to do that. And if we're not willing to do that part of it, we look at relationships from the standpoint of, we don't look at it as partners. We are partners in this endeavor. We are partners attempting to move through life, understanding as we grow, as we heal, as we do the things that make us happy. And so tonight, I wanted to do a video called The 5 Reasons Relationships Don't Work. And if you want to be in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, I need you to join me tonight. I'm gonna save this video, except for if you're on TikTok, you got to catch it live. Because on TikTok, they won't allow me to save it. But everywhere else, I'm gonna save this. And so I want to start this off with, I want to give you 5 reasons why the modern day relationship does not work. I want to give you 5 ways, and some of you fit into this category. All right. Number one, we don't get in relationships with people who align with our core values. We get in relationships with people who make us feel good. Woo, coach, you come out the gate swinging. You see what it is, y'all, we're willing to get in a relationship with someone who makes us feel good, make my liver quiver, my heart shudder, make me, every time I look at the phone and they're calling me, I'm getting excited about it. And so what I do is I will make a decision based off of how I feel. And so I wrote a book called Just Ask 50 Questions to Know If He's the One. Okay. Now, this book that I wrote is the best-selling product that I have. I have sold thousands of this ebook. Thousands. I update it every quarter. And now I've got 250 questions in there. And I base it on this concept of collect before connect. It's all about asking subconscious questions. I'm not going to go into what that is tonight. You're going to have to join my academy for that. How do you begin asking subconscious questions to truly get to know someone. You see, here's the deal. We ask people conscious questions, and we think we're going to get to know the person based on the conscious questions we ask. For instance, if you ask a person, where did you go? Where do you work? Where'd you go to school? How many children do you have? Do you own a home? All of those questions are conscious questions. Conscious questions are questions that I don't have to dig into my subconscious to acquire the answer. For instance, I don't have to think about how many children I have. I don't have to think about where I went to school. I already know the answer to that. But if you ask me a question like, tell me the one thing you learned from your mother that has helped you be the man or woman you are today. Well, that is a subconscious question. That question right there makes the person go deeper into your subconscious mind to retrieve the answer. You see, your subconscious mind, without going deep into it, you got to join my academy to understand what your subconscious mind and the effect that it has on you. See, your subconscious mind, think of it like this. It is like a computer that houses all of your memories. It houses all of your beliefs, your feelings about those beliefs. It houses all of your past thoughts, all of your trauma. Everything is housed in your subconscious mind. You see, even who you truly are as a person, what you truly believe. And so what happens is when you meet a person, you attempt to assess them based on their conscious mind, and that's not their true person. That's only their representative. Ooh. And when you learn how to go deeper into the subconscious mind, then you get to know the true person. And so the reason why my people have so many good results is because I teach them when you're dating how to access their subconscious and assess what it is you find out. Ooh. Then when you find out what's truly in their subconscious, you find out whether or not the person is in alignment with you, your core values. And so then you don't just rely on your emotions. But a lot of people, why modern day relationships don't work, is because we rely so much on the way the person makes us feel at any given moment. That is why this manipulative tactic of love bombing works. You see, love bombing overwhelms the person. Oh, how you doing this morning? Oh, baby, I was thinking about you. I sent you that good morning text, right? Every morning, I overwhelm you with love, right? I'm texting you. I was just thinking about you, gorgeous. How are you doing? And so what happens is now the dopamine, the oxytocin, and the serotonin, the hormones in your brain begin to get engaged. And then all of a sudden you begin to believe that you feel something that is not real. It's an illusion. And so because you feel it, you think that it's real. And so what I tell people, one of the reasons that don't work, all of a sudden, you look down the road 3 months, 4 months, and you're like, I don't even know this person. I don't know who this person is, all because you have relied on your emotions to give you an answer, to give you a logical answer, but your emotions can't give you a logical answer. Your emotions can't tap into the logical nature of a person. The emotions can help you not look past the red flags. The emotions can help you not look past the trauma and understand that this person is not healed and that this person is blaming everyone that they've been around. And so that's number one reason why relationships don't work. Number two, the second reason why modern relationships don't work is because we give up too soon. You see, what we're looking for a red flag. We're looking for a reason to be ghost. We're looking for a reason to be out. Instead of looking for a reason to communicate, trying to understand the person, understand why they said what they said. We are so enamored with, in our society, we are so quick. We want microwave everything. We want everything fast. We want everything fast. And so what happens is instead of looking for green lights, reasons we should stay in the relationship, reasons we should try to find out about it, we don't know because what happens is this, is we want to get out fast. You know why? Because we're listening to people, most of the people who give us advice, listen to me carefully. Most of the people who give us advice do not possess the thing that you want. Most of the people on the internet who are giving advice don't have great relationships. They don't. This is not hate. This is the truth. You look at most of the people who are telling you how to communicate don't know how to communicate. Most of the people who are telling you this and that, the only reason they're telling you this is because they're making money off of their platform. And the more clicks, the more views. I was just looking at today, because I'm expanding my YouTube channel. My wife and I are going to start doing our podcast again. We did it before her father passed, and it was getting big, and we're going to start back because we don't agree on everything, but it's fun, y'all. We funny. And so I began looking at how YouTubers make money. And now I understand. What I understand is why so many people are getting these clicks. They will tell you that men aren't shit. There are women out there who will tell you that. There are men out there who will tell you the modern woman for the streets, she's not shit. She will cheat on you, and they do videos all day long on stuff like this. All day long. And I realized why today. Because this was the first time I've really gone deep into how YouTube pays you. Now, I get paid from YouTube. And I kept saying, I was telling my wife, I said, now I'm going to be really intentional about it. I'm going to be hyper-focused on our YouTube channel. Hyper-focused because I'm figuring if I'm doing this, I could be doing this. All right? Now, and I said, well, I want you to join me. She's like, okay, cool. We're going to talk about stuff that we don't agree about. All right? Some stuff we agree on too. We agree on a lot of stuff too. But we always like to bring stuff we don't agree on and get y'all take on it. All right. Now, what I realize is this. People are giving up so soon. They're giving up so soon. You know why? Here's why. Because they're viewing the relationship through the lens of their pain. They're not viewing the relationship through the lens of a healed person. They're viewing the relationship through their pain. And when you view it through your pain, what you want to do is do everything that you can to avoid that pain. So everything I do, I'm looking for pain. Anything that resembles the pain that I've had, I'm going to avoid that. And so if I see something that resembles that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bail out quick. It's better that I run. It's better that I run and protect myself than stay here and risk getting hurt. How many of you? And so what happens is, how many of you have been in a relationship with somebody? You're not even been in a relationship because y'all, a relationship, you know what? I always say when you're dating someone, it's not about feeling good. Dating is about collecting data. Dating is about finding out, is this person in alignment with me? But most of us, number one, we don't know how to do that. You think you're doing it by asking conscious questions, but you're not. The second thing is we don't want to wait around long enough, because if they have one thing that's wrong or one thing you perceive that's wrong, knowing that you're not perfect. See, what we're doing is we're looking for perfection in someone else, but we don't hold ourselves to the same standard. And y'all, I'm just saying. And number three, this is a good one. I might just give y'all 4 tonight. I'm going to give y'all 4. I'm going to give you 3. This number 3. We focus more on what we want than what we need. Now, let me share this with you. Ooh, this deep. I asked someone the other day, one of my clients, one of my students. I don't call them my clients. They're my students. And I said, what is more important to you? What you want or what you need? She thought about it for a moment and she said, I think I want what I want. Ooh. Hey, coach, teed her up. I teed her up. I said, okay, today, let's use an analogy. I said, if you want Chinese food tonight to eat, will you want it tomorrow? She said, probably not. I said, I probably want seafood or Mexican. I said, so your wants will probably change, won't they? She said, yeah. I said, but you need air to live. You need water to live. Will that need ever change? She's like, no, it won't. I said, when you're in a relationship, based on your makeup, there are things that you need. Teresa, my student, there are things you need. Okay? Now, sometimes we look at the shiny object and we want the shiny object, but the shiny object may be contrary to our needs. I heard a pastor say one day, God will never give you anything that makes him irrelevant. Ooh, now think about what he said. God will never give you something that will make him irrelevant. Your wants. Because just like a child, y'all, many of us have a want. And what do our kids do? My grandkids, my wife, she buying the stuff with the grandkids. And I love her to do it because she loves it like my mother used to. So I'm like, all right, here go your budget, but when you get out, we're done. Because I know, here's what I know. The children, our grandkids, might want it for Christmas. You ever notice how y'all get your kids something for Christmas and in 2-3 weeks, a month, they stop playing with the race set. They stop playing with the remote control car. They're on to the next thing, right? They're on to the next thing because their wants change. Their wants change, y'all. And so what I'm telling you is the needs that you have are basically the things you value that are in alignment with your core being are things you need. That's not going to change. And so when you base the relationship on what you want at any given moment, well, that's subject to change. That's something to change at any moment. And I always tell people, that's why I teach my people, listen, at the end of the day, is this person in alignment? I have a specific strategy, a specific way I teach them to know. How do you know? Because many of you think you know only because, go back to number 1, they make you feel good. And because they make you feel good, you think they're in alignment with you. Au contraire, mon frère. Okay, they are not in alignment with you. They just made your ass feel good. Okay, made your liver quiver, as I tell my wife sometimes. Listen, and then you believe that the person, they might be right for me. They might be right for me. But the thing about emotions, y'all, emotions have an ebb and flow about them. Emotions have an ebb and flow that at the end of the day, your emotions go up and down. I remember last week I did that live on how do I know the number one way I know relationships will last. And what did I tell? For those of you who didn't see it, go back and watch the video if you're on Instagram or if you're on YouTube. The number one way I know relationships will work or not is how they handle conflict. How they handle conflict. And see, that will tell me whether this relationship is going to last or not. It just will. And so I said, listen, if people want to handle conflict, if they handle conflict in a way that is conducive to growth, the relationship can last. But if they don't, it more than likely won't last. More than likely won't last. That's just the honest truth. And last but not least is why modern relationships don't work, because we don't know how to communicate. Y'all, we communicate faster than ever before. I can text you and get you a message within 10 seconds, less than that. But we communicate less. We don't tell people what's on our mind because we don't know how. We don't show people, we don't communicate when something is wrong with us, when something is triggered. We don't know how to tell people anything. And so as a relationship coach and a communications expert, I am spending my days teaching people how to communicate. Am I right, Teresa? Did I tell you what to do yesterday? Well, I told you last week, but Teresa told me, I told her something to do. All right. But I said, say it like this. And I said, watch he respond in the way that I told you he would respond. And she was like, she told us yesterday, yes, he responded exactly like you said, coach. Exactly like you said. You know why? Because I understand human behavior. And I understand this, y'all. There are some of you who are not getting what you want, not because you're not worthy of it, because you are worthy. Teresa said yes, and it got the result I wanted. All right. But the reason why, it's not because you're not worthy, not because you're not beautiful, not because you're not, deserving of it. It is because you don't know how to communicate your needs. You see, because you don't know how to communicate your needs, y'all, you're not getting what it is you desire. And so what I'm doing is, let me tell you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to get off. Y'all, I did a class recently. We had about 40 people in the class. It's called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. And what I found out is a lot of the things that the people learned in there, they were like, it is amazing. It was just amazing what we learned. And so what I'm telling each of you, if you want to get better at communication, if you want to get better. Oh, number 2 was we give up too soon. Somebody said, can you repeat number 2? We give up too soon. But listen, y'all, what I did was I created a communication toolkit. And let me tell you why it's important. Because I'm believing, y'all, I truly believe that if we start communicating better, we would save relationships. We would not abandon them so quickly. That we would also stand up for ourselves, not just in romantic relationships, but it would also be in relationships with our family members. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. So let me tell you what I did. I created, for those of you who want to communicate better, I'm gonna tell you, I created this thing called the communication toolkit. All right, let me tell you what it's got in it. I did it for the holidays. For those of you who want to be better, so y'all, let me just say, in this toolkit, I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it. So somebody's going to be interested in this. Number 1, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you in this toolkit a free discovery session. It costs $450. My discovery sessions used to be $450 for 90 minutes. It still is. I'm going to give you that for free. I'm going to throw that in. Then I'm going to give you the 5-day masterclass that we just did. I'm going to give you the 12 hours of that. Communicating to get your needs met. Amazing. I'm going to throw that in. Then I'm going to throw in my course called What She Said, What He Heard. Y'all, it's got 4 modules. It's long, but it will give you stuff that you have never heard before. I'm going to throw that in. That's $995, okay, normally. The course was $297. I'm going to throw that in. I'm also going to throw in my ebook, my best-selling ebook, Just Ask. That's $50. I'll throw that in. And the last thing I'm going to throw in is I'm going to give you 2 months free of my Relationship Academy. That's another $198 I'm going to throw in for free. The value is $1,998. That's the value of it. It's nowhere close. So I ain't going to even tell you what the price is until only for those who want to go get it. If you go up to my link tree, go up to my bio, click on my link tree, all right? And you'll see the communication toolkit. If you buy the toolkit, you got a free session with me for 90 minutes, y'all. $450 value. The rest of the stuff you will get immediately. And I'm gonna put you in my book, in my relationship academy. Why am I doing this? Because some people want to get better. Some people want to invest in themselves. Some people want to change. Not everybody. It might be one person. It might be two people. The communication toolkit, go up to my bio, click on my link tree, and you will see the communication toolkit. The individual session, discovery session, costs more than the toolkit. All right, if you're on YouTube, here's what I'm gonna do. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, I'm gonna give you my link tree so you can go and get it as well. All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, and it's just for those who wanna do it. Other than that, okay, here it is. I'm putting it in the comment section. And if you want to book a session with me, and let's go deep into your life. Let's go deep into how you got here. And all I can say is, y'all, thank you. This is my time. And I just want to encourage y'all that you can have what it is you desire. You just got to be willing to put in the work. All right, y'all. Peace. That's my time. I am out.